Howdy folks. Now I understand you're interested in this woodworking thing, but you need the right tools. That's why I'm here to walk you through the essential hand tools every beginner needs. We're going to talk about the tools themselves, what they do, and how to pick a good one. By the end of this video, you'll be well on your way to building your own woodworking empire. First things first, you gotta be able to measure twice and cut once. And for that, you need a good measuring tape. We're talking about a sturdy, retractable metal tape measure, at least 25 feet long. Look for a tape with clear markings, both metric and imperial, and make sure the hook at the end is secure. A wobbly hook will lead to inaccurate measurements and a whole lot of frustration. Get in there, use the hook to catch the edge of the wood, and keep the tape taut for an accurate reading. Write down your measurements, preferably in a notebook dedicated to your woodworking endeavors. A good measuring tape is the foundation of accurate woodworking. Take care of it and it'll take care of you. Now, a measuring tape is all well and good for straight lines, but what about when you need to make sure things are square, plumb, and level? That's where the combination square comes in. This tool is like the Swiss Army knife of woodworking, with its multiple functions and sturdy build. A combination square typically consists of a steel ruler that slides through a head, which can be adjusted and locked into place at various angles. The head of the square also usually includes a spirit level, which is invaluable for ensuring that your workpieces are plumb and level. When choosing a combination square, look for one with a thick, sturdy ruler and a head that locks securely in place. A high-quality combination square will last you a lifetime and become an indispensable tool in your woodworking arsenal. Trust me, once you start using a combination square, you'll wonder how you ever lived without one. Now you might be thinking, a pencil? That's too basic, even for me. But let me tell you, a pencil is a woodworker's best friend. You want a pencil that's sharp enough to provide a fine line, but not so sharp that it digs into the wood and leaves an unsightly groove. I prefer a mechanical pencil with a hard lead, like a 2H. When marking your cuts, make sure your pencil line is visible, but not so thick that it obscures your measurements. Remember, clarity is key in woodworking. It may seem like a small and insignificant tool, but it plays a vital role in accurate and efficient woodworking. Now, while a pencil and straight edge can get you pretty far, sometimes you need something more precise for marking lines on your wood. That's where the marking gauge comes in, a tool that's purpose-built for scoring those clean, crisp lines that guide your saw or chisel. A marking gauge consists of a beam, usually made of hardwood, and a sharpened steel point called a spur. You set the distance from the spur to the end of the beam, lock it in place, and then run the gauge along the edge of your workpiece, scoring a precise line as you go. This is particularly useful for tasks like cutting rabbets, dados, or tenons. When choosing a marking gauge, look for one with a comfortable grip, a smooth sliding beam, and a sharp spur. It might seem like a simple tool, but it's capable of making a big difference in the quality of your woodworking. Alright, now we're getting into the real meat of woodworking cutting wood. This is where the magic happens, transforming raw lumber into the pieces that will become your project. And you can't talk about cutting wood without talking about hand saws. These tools have been around for centuries and are essential in any woodworker's toolkit. There's a certain satisfaction that comes with using a handsaw, a connection between you, the tool, and the wood that you just don't get with a power saw. The rhythmic motion and the sound of the saw cutting through the wood can be almost meditative. Plus, sometimes a handsaw is the best tool for the job, especially for finer work or when you need more control over the cut. It's perfect for tasks that require precision and a delicate touch. For a beginner, I recommend starting with two essential saws, a rip saw and a crosscut saw. These will cover most of your basic cutting needs. A rip saw is designed for cutting with the grain of the wood. It's great for making long, straight cuts along the length of the board. A crosscut saw is designed for cutting across the grain of the wood. This saw is ideal for cutting boards to length and making precise cuts across the wood fibers. When choosing hand saws, look for saws with comfortable handles that fit your hand well. An ergonomic handle can make a big difference in reducing fatigue during long cutting sessions. The blade should be straight and the teeth should be sharp and evenly set. A well-maintained saw will make your work easier and more enjoyable. Mastering the handsaw takes practice, but the patience and skill you develop will serve you well in all aspects of your woodworking journey. So take your time, practice regularly, and soon you'll be making clean, precise cuts with confidence. Alright, we've measured, marked, and cut our wood. This is the foundation of any woodworking project where precision is key. Every line and cut must be exact to ensure the pieces fit together perfectly. Now it's time to refine those rough edges and shape the wood into our desired forms. Sanding and smoothing are crucial steps that prepare the wood for finer details and ensure a professional finish. And for that, we need chisels. These tools are essential for adding intricate details and achieving the precise shapes we envision. For a beginner, I recommend starting with a set of basic chisels that includes a flat chisel, a bevel edge chisel, and a mortise chisel. Each of these chisels serves a unique purpose and will be your go-to tools for various tasks. Each chisel serves a specific purpose, allowing you to create different types of cuts and shapes. The flat chisel is great for general carving, the bevel edge chisel is perfect for detailed work, and the mortise chisel is ideal for cutting joints. When choosing chisels, look for chisels with high carbon steel blades that hold a sharp edge well. High-quality steel ensures durability and precision, making your work easier and more efficient. The handles should be comfortable to grip, as you'll be using these tools for extended periods. Ergonomic handles can reduce hand fatigue and improve control, and the blades should be securely attached to the handles. A well-constructed chisel ensures safety and precision in your work. Just like with any woodworking tool, mastering the chisel takes practice, but the results are well worth the effort. Start with simple projects and gradually move to more complex designs as your skills improve. With a little patience and a steady hand, you'll be able to create beautiful and intricate details in your woodworking projects. The key is to take your time and enjoy the process. Chisels might seem simple, but they're incredibly versatile and capable of producing a wide range of cuts and shapes. From basic carvings to elaborate designs, these tools are indispensable in any woodworker's toolkit. We've cut, shaped, and chiseled our wood into its final form, but the journey doesn't end here. The next step is just as important as the previous ones. Now it's time to smooth out those rough edges, erase those tool marks, and bring out the natural beauty of the wood. This process will transform our piece from rough and rugged to sleek and polished, and for that, we need sandpaper. Sandpaper is an essential tool in woodworking, offering a range of grits to tackle different stages of the smoothing process. Sandpaper is essentially an abrasive material that's bonded to a backing paper or cloth. This abrasive surface is what allows us to gradually wear down the wood's surface. The abrasive material can be made from a variety of substances such as aluminum oxide, silicon carbide, or garnet. Each type has its own unique properties and uses. Sandpaper is graded according to its grit, which refers to the size of the abrasive particles. The lower the number, the coarser the grit, the higher the number, the finer the grit. I recommend starting with a sanding block and a few different grits of sandpaper. A sanding block helps to apply even pressure and makes the sanding process more efficient. Start with a coarser grit sandpaper like 80 or 100 grit to remove any major imperfections or tool marks. This will help to level the surface and prepare it for finer sanding. Then gradually move up to finer grits like 120, 150, 180 and so on, until you achieve the desired smoothness. Each step will refine the surface further, making it smoother and more polished. Sanding might seem tedious, but it's a crucial step in achieving a professional-looking finish. The time and effort you invest in sanding will pay off in the final appearance of your project, giving it a smooth, flawless surface that highlights the natural beauty of the wood. Now we've reached a crucial part of the woodworking process, one that often doesn't get the attention it deserves: clamping. Woodworking is about more than just cutting and shaping wood. It's about holding those pieces together securely while the glue dries. That's where clamps come in. These trusty tools act as extra sets of hands, holding your workpieces firmly in place while you focus on the task at hand. There are many different types of clamps available, each with its own strengths and ideal applications. For a beginner, I recommend starting with a few essential types: bar clamps, C-clamps, and spring clamps. Bar clamps are perfect for clamping larger workpieces like tabletops or cabinet sides. C-clamps are versatile and can be used for a variety of clamping tasks. Spring clamps are smaller, spring-loaded clamps that are ideal for quickly clamping smaller workpieces or holding parts together temporarily while you work. Now, before you even think about picking up a saw or chisel, we need to talk about safety. Woodworking is a rewarding and fulfilling hobby, but it can also be dangerous if you're not careful. That's why I can't stress enough the importance of wearing proper safety gear, starting with safety glasses. Your eyes are precious, and the last thing you want is a flying wood chip or errant sawdust particle causing permanent damage. Safety glasses act as a barrier between your eyes and potential projectiles, protecting them from harm. Look for safety glasses that are comfortable to wear, provide a secure fit, and offer adequate side protection. Invest in a good pair of safety glasses specifically designed for woodworking and other shop activities. By taking the necessary precautions and wearing appropriate safety gear, you can enjoy your woodworking hobby safely and confidently for years to come. Well folks, there you have it. Those are the essential hand tools every beginning woodworker needs to start building their own legacy. We've covered everything from measuring to cutting to shaping to sanding. We've even talked about the importance of safety, because a good woodworker is a safe woodworker. The best way to learn is by doing. So go out there, get yourself some wood and start building something. Remember, woodworking is a journey, not a destination. So take your time, learn from your mistakes, and most importantly, have fun.